Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On deck, we've got what should be a great matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Oakland Raiders. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, it is a building that has seen it all through the many years of its existence as EA Sports welcomes you to Oakland, California. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The folks around the stadium clad in silver and black going to make every last game played in Oakland count. They're ready to go as their Raiders get set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They've been buoyed by getting 2 home games right at the start, and they come off a good victory in Week 1.
And they had it easy last week. They jumped out to an early lead and then put it on cruise control from there.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Chiefs, they come off a good win in the opener on the road, and they get a second road game here.
Yeah, the schedule makers didn't really do them any favors, but if they can win here and get to 2-0 on the road, they could be well set up for the rest of the year.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Now the first carry for Doug Martin. The numbers on the ground for Martin a week ago. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches are in that great coaching box, and this guy would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
And now look at him go. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Jalen Richard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in Week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
This offense ready to head back out there as they'll take over with a little over a minute to play in this first quarter. Here's Martin as they begin on the ground. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. That's a big-time run there by Martin. 43 yards on the ground. And you talk about great blocking up front. I don't think he was even touched, not a finger on him, until he was brought down to the ground.
I think we heard the whoosh as he went by, didn't we? Right through the gap. No one there, as you outlined, no one touched him at all. A free sprint into the secondary.
Yeah, that's what you call breaking free right there. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yeah, if the lanes are there, go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip.
They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Second quarter from Oakland, the homestanding Raiders with the football here. As they come up now, 2nd and goal. Second quarter from Oakland, the homestanding Raiders with the football here. 2nd and 4. As they come up now, 2nd and goal. And Martin's got it, complete. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. And as a first-rounder, a lot of eyes on him, a lot of expectations.
And he has to play well.
And he's in! Touchdown, Raiders! Doug Martin, his second touchdown on the season, and the Raiders have taken the lead. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They start the drive with Martin. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Steps away to his left. This is caught. It's Ryan Grant. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. They'll look to throw here on first down. The pass complete to Ryan Grant. And they'll get this down to the 10. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. 2nd and 10. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. 2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. Back to throw. Dancing to his left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Luke Wilson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Showed some of his improv. After a good punt, this offense will start with tough field position inside the 10. On the draw, Richard. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
He's going deep for Brown. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They'll set up a throw. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Tyrell Williams in the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. That is a near-perfect end-of-half drive right there.
And we've seen that many times from the best in the league.
Third quarter action, and this offense will have a 1st and 10 as they get set for the next drive. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. 20! That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. It's a gain of 34.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. It's been an easy day for him.
Richard. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. They'll keep it on the ground. Richard, and he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Jalen Richard, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. First down, here's the run with Martin. He's got a first down past the 30. Martin flexing the muscle. That's a big-time run there by Martin. 45 yards on the ground. So you got the lead here in the second half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here, you really like it.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side. They want the big fella to carry the football and carry it often.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. They'll drop the throw. Forced out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. They'll run it. Here's Martin. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Doug Martin, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll run on first down. Martin. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. Martin re-signed with the Raiders May 1st after Isaiah Crowell went down with the Achilles injury. He's out for the year. And Martin now in his 2nd season in Oakland, 723 yards last year. His career numbers are so interesting. 6 seasons in Tampa prior to Oakland, 2 years of 1,400 yards, but then he never topped 500 the other 4 years due to injuries and other various issues. But now he says his full focus is on 2019. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
He'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. Drops this off to Richard. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee. And that means 4th down. So they're challenging the spot. If you're a coach, you hesitate to throw the flag anytime it's a spot discernment.
You certainly do, because you feel like that's not one you're likely to win, and you may need that challenge flag for later in the game.
he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're...
Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. On first down, Martin. No gain on the play there. Second down.
All right, just go ahead and say it with me. That was
a mistake,
yes,
for sure.
Without a doubt, because at some point, put your foot in the ground, get upfield, and get down protecting the ball. Don't go out of bounds, because when you go out of bounds, you're really just helping the defense.
Yeah, not to be too hyperbolic, but it's like giving the D an extra timeout, isn't it?
It certainly is. Gives them a chance to regroup, and it means you have to snap the ball an additional time, which always means the possibility of a mistake.
He'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
A 62-yard attempt.
And off the crossbar, and it kicks back out. Needed maybe a foot or two. So now we're in the final minute of the game in the fourth quarter as this offense gets ready to take over. They'll run on first down. Richard. And some space here. And he is finally out of bounds all the way down at the 30. A big play that time for the Raiders. 45 yards. What pressure as this thing all rests on the foot of Daniel Carlson. He missed his only attempt earlier. This time he's going for the win. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. What pressure as this thing all rests on the foot of Daniel Carlson. He missed his only attempt earlier. This time he's going for the win. And his kick here is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. The home crowd here absolutely loves it, as they should, getting the field goal in the closing moments and likely going to get out of here with a W.
A W, celebrations.
And Charles, in this one, the fourth quarter became a lot more interesting, I know, than I anticipated. Probably you anticipated. A comeback bid falling just a little bit short.
You're never supposed to count a team out, and I know we didn't on air, but mentally, I just didn't see this type of a comeback, especially one that put them in a position to put the real pressure on them down the stretch.
So for the Raiders, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports. Start your week by installing your game plan.